Acting is my therapy. I think I know we all have trauma, especially being a black man in this world. And a lot of us don't really know who we are. And acting is to become someone else. You know, that's real acting. Some people will act like someone else, but to actually become, like Jamie did with Ray. Definitely, I have a responsibility to speak to people that just are afraid. You know, I started acting 2 years ago. So I started acting like 39, 40. And you know, it's happened so fast. When I first started, everybody was like, oh man, you know, it's gonna take 10 years. It's gonna take 20 years. It took such and such 10 years. So I speak to people who are sold on their destiny, not looking at anybody else. You know, if somebody else drive this car in this lane and they crash, it don't mean it's gonna happen to you. It's destiny. You know, I just feel, and I know this is my destiny, so I speak to people to be confident in what you believe your destiny is, because everybody else they talking about somebody else's destiny. That's my main inspiration. That's why I'm able to do everything I do, is because I'm connected to, I communicate to the higher power without a middleman. But crying is it's not a weakness. It's just showing that I'm connected to something. I'm connected to something so strong that it overflows and manifests into physical tears, you know, bursting with connection. That's all crying is. You know, we should be crying over everything at the same time, but we should never be, if it's something and I feel, you know, I seen my father cry twice in my life, you know, but I cry more than that, because I understand, you know, that's you know, it's something that has changed. We have a better understanding of what crying is. Before you can become someone else, you have to master yourself. So a lot of us never had to look ourselves in the mirror and really just find out who we are, have that conversation with ourselves. It's a tough conversation, actually.
Well, acting means a lot to me. First of all, I would say acting is my safe haven. It allows me to feel, I feel most comfortable when I'm acting. It's almost like therapy for me. It's a release. It's something that I can go to when, no matter how I'm feeling, I know that when I'm acting, when I'm on set, I feel most whole. You know what I mean? You know, personal accolades are cool when it comes to acting, you know, getting this role or that role, being attached to this project, getting this rep and management, Oscars, Emmys, Tonys, things like that, they're cool. But to me, acting, it's meant for something bigger. It's bigger than me. I want to use acting as a platform so I can inspire the masses. You know, I want to fuel people and instill hope in them. I want people to chase their passion, whatever it is, even if their passion isn't acting. I want to inspire them that whatever it is that they want to do, they can achieve it, no matter what they've been through. Because me personally, my story when it comes to acting is very different. I didn't have the traditional story coming up. You know, acting kind of fell on me after I graduated college, and I kind of picked it up and ran with it. But at the time, I was at a crossroads in my life. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was lost. I had to find new passions, things like that. When I was introduced to acting, it just took off for me in terms of, I figured out that was actually a passion of mine. Again, for how it made me feel. But once I got into it more, I realized that I could use it as a platform to reach other people who were like me, who were at a crossroads and didn't know what their passions were. Or if they had a passion but didn't know how to explore it, or they felt that they didn't have a background growing up, so they can't do this, you know what I mean? So what brings me joy and what fuels me is to know that someone achieved their goals because, for example, they might have heard me speak or they heard my story, and it gave them hope that, you know, whatever that they want to do, it's attainable, it's achievable. So, you know, I ultimately want to use acting as a platform so I can reach a lot of different people, whether that's me being in a movie or me being on a TV show. You know, I want to use it for other people. So to me, it's bigger than me. I know where I want to go. So when I hear those no's, it doesn't really affect me. Seriously, when I do an audition, I let it go. I let it go. I don't dwell on it. I don't think about it, because I know what my end goal is. Whether the person that is telling me the no, they probably don't understand my story. They don't understand where I want to go with it. But I know deep down, it means everything to me. So when I hear that yes, it's confirmation to me that what I'm doing is what I'm supposed to be doing. And God had instilled that in my heart, that I'm on the right path. So I feel like once I got my first role, and family and friends that were with me from before I even started acting, when they saw what I was doing and they heard my story and they knew where I came from, it gave them hope. It instilled into them that, wow, I can really, like this guy he never even thought, what he's doing now will be possible, and now he's doing it. So I instilled hope and inspired them to do what it is that they want to do. And when I seen that happen, that's when I knew that it was bigger than me. And so ultimately that's what fueled me. And the feeling that I got knowing that I touched other people based on what I was doing was something that it's almost unexplainable. And that's something that I want going forward in my career. I want to inspire others. As long as I bring joy and fire up and instill hope and allow people to pursue their passions, I feel whole. So I think that's what does it for me. Seeing other people win and succeed within their realm and what it is that they want to do.
I'm just really enjoying this process, and I'm ready to show everybody in season 2 all the actors that we have and all their stories that they shared. Season 1, I'm grateful for season 1 because season 1 allowed me that platform, because a lot of times we wait for people to give us a platform to share our stories. I didn't want to wait. I wanted to create that. I love this. Like, I really do love it. And I just wanted to capture everything, and I wanted to get people's stories out. Because a lot of times we see actors on the screen and they're portraying their characters so well that the audience may believe that that's them. So I wanted this to be an extension to show the audience an actor that is unzipping